Okay guys, welcome back to the second part of the previous video. So we already have the Fahrenheit in terms of the Celsius. So, and we were also able to answer part A in the previous video. So in this section, let us see if we can do B, C, and then let's think about D as well. So to do B, which says you have to express degree centigrade in terms of Fahrenheit. What do I have here? Well, I have Fahrenheit expressed in terms of the degree Celsius. Now, if I want to do part B, there's two options. One is I can go back to the original problem and I can switch these because that is what this means in terms of F. So that means I have to use the Fahrenheit F as an input and centigrade becomes my output. Guys, that is like going back and basically redoing the same thing just by switching the input and the output. That is one way of doing it. The other one is, and that is something that I'm going to let you guys work on your own. But the other method is if I already have F in terms of C, now if I solve for C, if I solve this expression like this one that I already have, so if I solve this equation for C, I think I should be able to get the same thing what I want here, C in terms of F. Okay, guys, you can work on doing this from like the beginning, and then you will see that you should get the same equation that we'll get by just simply solving this equation for C. Okay, so let us look at some these steps, how we can solve this equation or what transformations we need to use in order to get C by itself. Once we have the C, the centigrade in terms of Fahrenheit, then we should be able to convert the degree Fahrenheit into degree centigrade. Okay, so let us quickly set this up. So we have, so I'm going to rewrite this. We have, so it's part B, right? So we have F equals to 9/5 C plus 32, and our goal is to get C by itself. Now there are a few ways you can do it. I'm going to show you one of the methods. Probably you're free to use other method as well. What I'm going to do here is we want to get rid of this 5, right? Our goal is to get C by itself. So let's first try to get rid of this 5. How would we accomplish that? By multiplying 5 to both sides. So let us go ahead and do that. So I multiply 5 to both sides, so it will become 5F on the left hand side. When I multiply this expression by 5, the 5 upstairs and downstairs basically just crosses out, so I don't have to write that extra step. So what do I end up with? 9C plus 32 times 5. Guys, keep in mind, if I multiply one quantity by 5, I have to multiply each and every quantity by 5. So 32 times 5 is 160. Okay, so I have this. Now we want to get C by itself. To get C by itself, we want to get rid of this 9. So before we get rid of this 9, let us isolate C. So what I can do is I can rewrite this as 9C plus 160 equals to 5F. I just rearranged it, okay? And now from here, to get the C term by itself, I can subtract 160, bring that 160 to the other side. So I have 9C equals to 5F minus 160. Obviously, I cannot combine these are not like terms. And to get C by itself, it's a pretty simple, straightforward thing. We got to divide both sides by 9. So I divide this by 9, divide this by 9, and divide this by 9 as well. Nines cross out. So I have degree centigrade, and that's what I want. I want centigrade, degree centigrade in terms of the F. That means this degree centigrade or degree Celsius is my output, and F is supposed to be my input now. So degree Celsius is 5 nines F minus 160 over 9 here. 160 is not completely divisible by 9, so you can leave it like this. And that is my Celsius expressed in terms of the Fahrenheit. Okay, so that answers part B. Now once you have part B, that should actually help us to do part C as well. So part C says now convert 110 degree Fahrenheit into Celsius. Guys, keep in mind, you can actually do this from even this expression right here. You just had to substitute F 110 and then solve for C. But with this expression, the C is already solved for. So it's better and more convenient for us to actually use this expression than this one. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here is you can use any of these two. Okay, and you should be able to use any of these two to find whatever quantity you want to find, but this seems to be easier and convenient to use here. So degree centigrade equals to 5 nines times C, here it's F, and that F is 110 degrees, and then there's a minus 160 over 9. So degree Celsius equals to, so I'm going to simplify this. 5 times 110 is 550 over 9 minus 160 over 9. Guys, I like to do these most of the steps myself without even actually using the calculator, but feel free to use a calculator if you want to. So here I have a common denominator, so I'm just going to combine the numerators. 550 minus 160. So degree Celsius equals to, so when I subtract these, I get 0, 15 is 9, and then I have 4 minus 1 is 390 over 9. And if you simplify this, it becomes 9 times 4 is 36, and then I have 9 times 3.33 repeating, and that is my equivalent temperature in degrees Celsius. Okay, which is too hot for me. Okay, so that is B and C. Okay guys, the deal with D is that I would like you guys to actually try doing D on your own, and that's why I like to think of this as a challenge problem. So it basically says you have to, is there any temperature N such that the Fahrenheit temperature is, where Fahrenheit temperature is actually equal to the centigrade temperature. So guys, think about it. It is not too difficult. You have to go back. So as a hint, you have to go back to this, and somehow you have to kind of set them equal to each other, and you have to try to find that, if you want to think of that as an equilibrium temperature or a temperature N for which these two things are the same. So think about it, try to do it, and get back to me, give me your feedback. I mean, we can go back and revisit it as well, but I would like you guys to try it. Feel free to send me your solutions any way you like, so then we can go back and actually revisit it. Okay, thank you.